Hello everybody, welcome back to the Daytona International Speedway. It's round one of the 2024 ANMRA season. We're here at Daytona for the biggest race on the calendar, the Daytona 250. The biggest prizes, the biggest bragging rights. It's the one they all want to win, the crown jewel of the ANMRA schedule. I think we've got a good race ahead of us today. We've got 34 drivers out here. 4 different manufacturers. It's going to be an exciting one. Without further ado, it's not long until lights out. So we'll get you to the grid for the race around this 2.5 mile speedway. Of course, we've got very good weather as well. So, on the pole here today is Javier Talavera for TMS Motorsport. That's something I don't think many people expected, but a very good lap from him and the team to put that number 41 Chevy onto pole. Alongside him is Sonia Nevermind, who didn't make the Daytona dual feature. She's back with a bang after that, and now she's on the front row. Behind her, Ava Volyak, looking like she's got some good pace after Venturia had their pretty accident-filled race in the feature for the Daytona dual, but they had good pace, so expect to see her up there. Michael Teller has looked very fast whenever he's been on track. Not had much luck yet. Could that luck be coming for today? I'm sure he would prefer it if it was. Row 3 now. We have Mitch Johnson, Michael Teller's teammate. That is 3 out of 4 of the QWR cars in the top 5. Very encouraging qualifying for them and Toyota. Alongside is Johnny Carpentier-Panizzi, putting that Ford into 8th position. Next row is all Chevy. Got Noah Cataneo, Talavera's teammate. A very good qualifying all-round for TMS Motorsport here. Team looking like they've got some serious pace this weekend. He is alongside Marcus Monreal in that number 15 Sage Motorsports car. They've looked pretty handy at times, especially in the Daytona dual race. But was that down to them just surviving? We don't know. Anyways, next up in 9th place, Kenneth Robinson, Monreal's teammate. That's 2 stage cars at the tail end of the top 10. They're looking like a fast team. And he's alongside Kenny Dixon in the 34, highest of his Brown Racing Enterprise cars. In 11th place, Joe Dolinsky, a title favourite. He's driving a Venturia. He's going to be quick on a super speedway. He has looked, I wouldn't say like a race winner so far from it, but he's looked pretty quick throughout the weekend. He's just been quite under the radar. I'd say expect some fireworks from him here. Benjamin Martinez wasn't even meant to be racing this weekend, but after Ken Hale's injury, he's been called upon by Brown Racing, and now he's qualified himself in 12th. Encouraging for the Mexican driver. Next up, Keith McHugh will start 13th. Super Speedway specialist as he likes to be known. He's alongside William Starman in the final of the 3 Sage Motorsport cars, who will start 14th. Of course, he dominated the Daytona duel until he didn't. Next up, Ratko Betez in 15th. His teammate's a lot further up than him here, but never discount Ratko Betez on a super speedway. He just always seems to find himself right up there at the end. But he's a bit of an inconsistent driver. You never know what Betez you're going to get on each day. He's alongside Franco Nazario Espinozola in 16th place. Martin Arison has had a pretty torrid time so far at Daytona, and that continues as he only finds himself in 17th. Of course, it's the easiest place you're going to overtake on the calendar, so expect to see him climb up the field, and expect to see him on a bit of a mission after a rough start to the season. He's alongside Adrian Fraser, another one of the Venturias, in 18th. Alex Vescovi now will line up in 19th place. He's leading the Turismo Autosport cars. He's alongside Tyler Novak Jr. in the number 77 car. I believe the highest of the Scott International cars. So a lot of very good qualifying for them here. Next up, Megami Alaskiene. She's looked quick. Oh, there's the command to start the engines. And the engines are firing, so I'll I will pass this over to my colleague here now.
Yep, so as seen 21st, Megami Alaskiene in that number 48 car. Just alongside her in 22nd is that number 17 of Joseph Clark. In 23rd, number 92 of Brandon Reeves in that other Turismo Autosport Toyota. And alongside him is the number 71 of Camilla Lindberg. Not a particularly good qualifying here at all for Scott International. They're kind of in and around the mid-pack. 25th, that number 1, the Stanley number 1 Toyota of Bobby Elliott Jr. He lines up alongside the ARSE car of Carl Ellison in 26th. 27th car is Kurt Weiss in the number 70 Scott International, and alongside him is the number 10 Audi car of Logan Wilkie. 29th is Johan Stromstad in that Red Bull A&P Motorsports car, and alongside him Carl Sherman, very far down the order for Brown Racing Enterprises. Then it's Austin Rose in the other A&P Motorsport car, Taito Salmon alongside him, and then bringing up the rear, 2 Dodges. Tyler Jordan we expected at the back, but Andrew Mondragon miles off the pace. An engine issue in qualifying, not what you want to see. He'll be bringing up the rear of the field here in that number 4 Venturia car.
Right then, that's our grid. Just a few more seconds now until we're going to go green in Daytona. It's going to be Javier Talavera leading them to the green. Of course, Andrew Mondragon, I think, is the big surprise on the grid so far down after an engine issue in qualifying. Not got long. Who's your pre-race pick for the win today?
I think it'll be interesting. We've got a lot of Chevys at the front, but QWR also have a lot of their cars near the front, so I'd say wouldn't rule them out. Never mind, Teller's very good here, but we'll see some cars bubbling towards the front.
Here we go then. Green. To the restart zone, and green flag for the Daytona 250. It's a good launch from Javier Talavera, but also a good launch from Sonia Nevermind. Very equal at the line. And they'd look to already come under pressure from Ava Valak, who's looking to make it 3 wide on lap 1 for the lead. I think it's a bit early days. She won't care though. Ava Valak has got to Javier Talavera's inside. He can't come down to cover, and she's going to get a really good run on that inside line as she's looking to put herself into an early lead and pick up those 5 bonus points for leading a lap. Nearly contact with Javier Talavera, actually. That would have not been the perfect way to start the race. Early days, only lap 1. We've got 100 more to go. But Ava Valak with a good run down the back straight. So too Sonia Nevermind, sorry. And I think Ava Valak is actually going to get the move done now as Javier Talavera gets pinned a bit in the middle. But Mitch Johnson's already trying to look at getting a move on Ava Valak. Very aggressive out front early on. Everyone wants to lead here already. As we come to the line to start lap 2. Contact us there 4 wide already. Mitch Johnson nearly putting round Javier Talavera at the opening lap. Whew, take it a bit easier, guys. Take it a bit easier. You've got to get to lap 100.
Incredible start. Really aggressive there from Ava Valak, but it's paid off to put her in the lead. Mitch Johnson now running in second place. So we've seen Javier Talavera shuffled all the way up onto that high side, but Ava Valak now controls the pace. She's got all the lanes to pick from, and she's going to stick in that middle just in front of Mitch Johnson.
Well, she's definitely sticking in the middle for now, which I find quite a surprise. I would have expected her to come down and try and block Marcus Monreal on the inside. Oh dear, Tyler Jordan has already fallen off quite a bit. But I think they're looking to just finish this race. Anyways, back to the front. Ava Valak in control early on. Only driver to lead a lap in this race so far, and she's doing so quite comfortably. As we're already about 4 deep, 3 wide. 3 deep, nearly 4. Yeah, they're not taking it easy. I have a feeling we might be seeing an accident quite early on in this one here.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes, how aggressive they're feeling. But Marcus Monreal is feeling fairly aggressive. Looks to the inside now on Ava Valak. Shuffles Valak further up the track. Just behind him, another Chevy. Noah Cataneo in that number 9 Craftsman Chevrolet coming up on the low side, second place in the duel. Cataneo will be looking for a good result here, but Monreal will lead across the line to start lap number 4.
We've got some drama further back here. If I interrupt, we're already 4 wide, and that's when it starts to get pretty dangerous here. Franco Nazario Espinozola is in the danger spot as Joseph Clark and Adrian Fraser are so close to contact so early on in this race. I think they are rubbing. Can they just keep themselves facing the right way? They can for now. And they're going to get even further forward as they push forward up the grid. So Franco Nazario Espinozola's almost got out of it. This is way too compact this early on. They've got to be more careful. As that's Keith McHugh looks like he's in the danger zone. They're 4 wide for 2 rows back. This is so aggressive early on. I can't see this ending well as they come out of turn 4. Hey, Andrew Mondragon's down pit road. Is that a possible issue for Andrew Mondragon again after his engine gave up in qualifying on his lap? I don't even know what's going on anymore. This is way too close for my liking here.
They're making 4 wide work for the moment. I don't want to jinx it at all, but they're 2 rows deep, 4 wide. This is fantastic. Whilst it lasts, they could
3 rows deep, 4 wide.
Surely this can't last.
Contact! There's contact. Cataneo's around. Loads of cars involved.
Oh no, we got a car over.
Martin Harrison, he keeps... Oh, no, out the wall. Oh, we got lots of cars around. Lots of accidents in the background. Oh, I just saw someone fly off.
That is Adrian Fraser. Multiple cars involved. I think Joe Dolinsky was the car round.
Whoa, Adrian Fraser, what are you doing?
Into another Dodge.
Adrian Fraser, what has happened there? Huge accidents to start the race on only lap 5. I don't know how many cars we have left. I'm going to be brutally honest with you here.
Tyler Jordan's out, for sure. He's already towed back to the pits as Noah Cataneo, I believe, led across the line.
So we know for a fact Cataneo, Robinson, Monreal, Bettes, McHugh are okay. That number 21, I don't think is okay. We will go have a look at this once we see if anyone is coming down pit road.
Well, it was quite far up, the accident. It was about the 2nd or 3rd row, so you'd expect quite a lot of cars that couldn't get back from that high side to maybe have a bit of damage, get into the wall a bit.
Some of these cars so far back don't look too badly torn up. Andrew Mondragon, has he just been spared by this accident? Yes, he has. He's managed to keep himself on the lead lap. He didn't have another engine issue. He had a flat tyre. So an engine issue in qualifying and a flat tyre within the first 5 laps. There definitely is damage to some of these cars here.
Remember, he had an engine issue as well, which from the lead in the Daytona dual feature. So luckless here at Daytona International Speedway, Andrew Mondragon in that number 4 Venturia car.
Oh, absolutely. This has certainly been an interesting race so far. I have to be honest, I don't think anyone is going to... Oh, no, a few cars. Keith McHugh's coming down pit road. I thought he avoided the accident. Is he going for a strategy?
I think they might go a different strategy because I think Talavera is also in. TMS looking to keep Cataneo out on track with that track position. But yeah, Talavera down pit road, as is Keith McHugh. So this is an interesting strategy. Let's have a look at
McHugh's car. Might be a little bit of damage actually. Yeah, a little bit of damage on the front. So maybe that's why he is coming down pit road. Definite damage on the 41. Quite a few cars down pit road now. Andrew Mondragon, I'm surprised he's got very lucky there. Very lucky man. Right. Let's stop for a moment and go back and look at what has happened in this accident. We've got quite a lot to unpack from this one because there seem to be about 4 separate wrecks in it. Who do we know? So we know Keith McHugh was involved. So we will follow Keith McHugh in this accident. So as they come. Okay, so McHugh has actually definitely got away with very little damage. It looks like a few cars have been... It looks like it's just kept going. The accident just didn't stop. We'll have a look with Mitch Johnson on the helicam, because he was definitely right involved. So, as we were saying, they were way too aggressive too early on in this race. And as they come out, it just looks like everyone's just converged in on each other. I think it looks like Benjamin Martinez comes down too much on...
I think it's a bit of a mix.
I think it's
Dixon and Martinez come down and McHugh has nowhere to go.
I think it's just a racing incident because McHugh's definitely higher than he needs to be, as you can see with Joseph Clark. But it's just too many cars in too little track.
Yeah, exactly.
So McHugh spins off slightly. He looks like he's got away with it.
He takes a very slight tag.
Martin Harrison had just... He looked like he had it under control, but because he manages to almost catch it, which we know for a fact. He then
takes another hit, I think.
Yes, Martin Harrison gets another hit. Let's follow Joe Dolinsky because I know he's going to have a good view.
Oh yeah, quite a hit there between Alaskiena and Harrison. But look at Dolinsky just sliding all the way back. You can see William Starman sliding there, Bobby Elliott, Joseph Clark.
So Starman had actually got past the accident. What's happened here? Oh, Benjamin Martinez with... Oh, dear.
That's not a good move to make on your debut.
The replacement driver has taken out two front-running cars in one go. Is it...
Well, he comes down, I think, to avoid his teammate.
He's not even... His teammate... Has he even slowed down in this accident? Or has he just floored it? Oh, he does slow down. And he gets away basically unscathed until he doesn't.
Then he gets turned into the wall a bit there. But look at the chaos behind him. Ooh,
this is what we need to see with Adrian Fraser's horrible... so he hits the wall. He's still going 100 miles an hour, not slowing down.
Rejoins and then, yeah, that's so stupid.
How did Kurt Weiss definitely out as well there?
Yeah, so unfortunate for Kurt Weiss and also for Tyler Jordan as well. Complete passenger in that. No chance to avoid.
Kurt Weiss managed to avoid the entire accident up until
took a bit of contact, but from the middle of the pack as well. Kurt Weiss dodging a lot of this, and then
just absolute chaos unfolding before him.
Yeah, look at this. Cars all the left, and then they wreck again. Incredible stuff. And he somehow...
So most of field had survived the accident until Benjamin Martinez just blocked everyone.
Martinez. Oh, and then, yeah, Kurt Weiss anchor down on the brakes. Nothing he can do.
And then follow Martin Arison, because he's also managed to have the same fate. Yeah. He's just not hit the brakes. He thinks he can rejoin the circuit. I have no idea what Martin Arison is doing.
Oh, he takes a hit. Who did he take a hit from?
Who did he
turn? Or get turned off of? I'm not sure.
Absolute chaos. Oh, do we have any cars left in this race?
Oh, it's Martinez.
This time it was not Benjamin Martinez's fault. That was very much Martin Arison's fault.
3 separate incidents and all Benjamin Martinez is the common denominator. Pace car lights are off.
So we're going to create this lap. I have no idea how many cars we actually have left in this race. I'm going to be real with you.
Well,
some of these cars took contact.
Some took contact, but might be healthy. Starman is one of them, took contact. Bobby Elliott, I think, took a bit of contact.
McHugh didn't get too much contact.
McHugh didn't get too much, but, I mean, they've come down pit road. They've probably done their best to put a little bit of a repair job on that car, whatever damage there was.
Andrew Mondragon, funnily enough, by having a tyre failure,
has avoided
the entire chaos of this race.
Exactly.
So Andrew Mondragon is definitely one to watch, with probably one of the healthiest cars left in the field.
How many cars have we got out as well? I think Fraser and Jordan were definitely...
Oh, we've got a lot of cars out. So, Tyler Jordan, Kurt Weiss, both confirmed out from the accident. They could not get back to pit lane. Brandon Reeves, Carl Sherman, Adrian Fraser and Martin Arison apparently all managed to get it back to their pit stalls before retiring. But
unfortunate for
them. We know we at least have 6 healthy cars up front.
We do.
So let's go watch them battle for the win as we head towards the line. We'll start lap 10 under green. The pace car leads the field and now dives down pit road. Noah Cataneo leads him to the restart zone. And green flag in Daytona again. Hopefully it's a bit cleaner this time. It's a really good launch from Kenneth Robinson and Ratko Vettas on the outside lines. Is Noah Cataneo going to be able to hold on that inside line? Yes, he is. Looks like he's managed to get a good run. Are we seeing any cars drop off further back yet? I think we are. But our attention's up front as Ava Volyak is already making moves again. She's been very aggressive today and she wants to get herself up that field. And she's alongside Marcus Monreal to move herself into third. Not quite. The runs off the corner are very good. But back up front, Kenneth Robinson versus Noah Cataneo for the lead of this race. I think Cataneo's just got his nose in to hang on, and he's going to get a really good run through this corner. But if Robinson can hang on that outside line, he should get a good run off the corner. So it looks like we've got quite a few cars still hanging on. We're up to speed yet. Not full speed just yet. But we'll see as Cataneo straight through the tri-oval. I have no idea who led that lap. Cataneo by a fingernail, I think. Absolutely. But Robinson, really good runs on the high side through the tri-oval and the straights. He's definitely got some pace up there. We definitely do have quite a lot of cars still in this race. That a lot more than I was thinking. If we go down, we definitely have at least 17 cars in this lead pack.
Yeah, it looks like maybe from there's a pack obviously forming, but I think Carpentier, Panizzi, and back are probably slightly unhealthy or getting bogged down as we see Franco Nazario Espinazola just up behind Noah Cataneo.
Very close there.
3 wide for the lead there.
McHugh is making some moves in the back, trying to get past, I believe that's Bobby Elliott.
Indeed it is. Kenneth Robinson leads that lap across the line. He's looking to break free, but Cataneo still has nose in, and now we are 3 wide. Franco Nazario Espinazola has got to the rear quarter panel of Noah Cataneo. We are now 3 wide for the lead at Daytona.
Look who that is behind Franco Nazario Espinazola. It's Taito Salminen, a car which I don't think many people expected up here. He's avoided all the chaos.
Look at this low line. Espinazola, Salminen and Stromstad. 2 cars behind.
Some unknown names leading the line, and then at the back of the line you have William Starman and Andrew Mondragon. 2 pretty big names in the world of stock car racing, and they're looking to get themselves up there. As Johnny Carpentier Panizzi seems to be hanging on to this pack just about at the moment.
He's caught the draft now on Bobby Elliott, so I think he has just been able to bring himself back into this. The pack hasn't actually dropped that far back. We've got a few stragglers back there, but they're not dropping off at a rate of knots. Novak Jr. is at the back, I believe.
We'll see how far he's dropped off. So he went green lap 10, and Tyler Novak Jr. has already dropped 4 seconds. In about
it's not as dramatic as we saw, say, from Tyler Jordan or Michael Teller in the Daytona duels. So
definitely, but I still think him and those other cars near the back are going to be caught to be lapped. The big bonus is Tyler Novak Jr. is in fact alone, so hopefully no one's going to get blocked here. Anyways, back up front, Kenneth Robinson and Noah Cataneo. Can't really separate these two at the moment. Someone needs to try and make a move on them and disrupt the flow. But I think after what we've had earlier on, everyone's content to be a little bit, I'd say, quieter.
I'd say that, as I think I just looked at Johan Stromstad maybe looking to make it 4 wide on, that was Taito Salminen there. Has now shuffled up into the middle lane as he goes back down lower.
Robinson.
Stromstad is aggressive, but Kenneth Robinson has cleared Noah Cataneo now.
Well, that's some big news. Actually, there's another important thought. None of these guys pitted under that first caution. If I had to take a guess, I think we could be seeing the first stops.
Keith McHugh did.
Between lap 40 to 50.
Yeah, most of the front, right at the front, didn't, but obviously there are a few in this front pack who did. We saw William Starman, Keith McHugh came down pit road. Not sure if there was maybe a couple of others as well. Is Andrew Mondragon in this front battle? Yes, he is. He came down pit road as well earlier with that flat tyre.
I think it was just too early for anyone else in the field to consider making a stop right now. But
we'll see how the mileage lasts. It could.
If none of them came down pit road, I assume they all have the same amount of stops to make before the end of this thing.
I'd assume so, but obviously cautions can throw all the strategy out the window.
Got some moves again up front. Franco Nazario, Espinazola, and that's Espinazola up into second place. And I think he's actually going to clear that number 9 car, and he's going to get alongside Kenneth Robinson, maybe.
Well, Cataneo's kind of been left out to dry.
And to get alongside him is Camilla Lindberg with 3 wide for the lead suddenly.
Where's this come from? This pack has suddenly thinned out. We're 1-2 wide all the way through. Cataneo really been held out to dry, but somehow we're 3 wide for the lead of this race. Lindberg, Espinazola, and Robinson up to the line. I think it's going to be Espinazola across the line to lead this lap. Yes,
just about. Yeah. Espinozola will get his first laps led, I believe, in the Premier Series. Camilla Lindbergh, she only led 4 laps in the Daytona duel, but that was enough for her to win it out of seemingly nowhere. She's once again survived a big accident. Could she be in for a chance at the win here again? A Daytona sweep for her would be quite something. Anyways, I think Taito Salminen has finally been pushed up a bit higher, and as a result, I think that is allowing a lot more cars to get through on the inside. I think Salminen was sort of a roadblock for a lot of them. And Marcus Monreal looks like he's coming to help his teammate. So we'll watch from up in the stands, their view of the track. It's going to be Kenneth Robinson who's going to lead this lap, I believe.
Yes, it is.
Just about.
Just across the line.
Has anyone dropped off the pack? Bobby Elliott has. And so has... Yeah, so... We have a 16-car pack here, I'd say. I think Kenny Dixon was involved in the incident, or very lightly involved. I can't remember. But Kenny Dixon is definitely still in the race for this. I wouldn't say the win, but maybe a top 10.
Points count for every position in ANMRA, so keeping that car running, even in, say, just a top 20 position could be really important for Brown Racing Enterprises.
Yes, especially for those teams like Brown who aren't necessarily expected to get any drivers into the chase for the cup. So every point matters if they want to sneak one guy in there, I would say. One guy who is having a pretty good run, as we have already mentioned, is Espinozola. Although he's about to lose his position to the man who had a flat tyre and is now about to put himself into second place.
Oh, we're 4 wide, I think. Nearly.
We are 4 wide.
Looks like Ava Valyak, I think, was about to force that with Stromstad and Salminen.
Lindbergh's pushing Valyak down towards Taito Salminen, and Salminen needs to clear Valyak for them to sort of be safe. The issue is Salminen's not quick in the corners. Oh, this is getting scary. A bit risky.
Monreal comes down. Okay, they are not 4 wide.
Oh, they've just survived that one. That was very scary. So we go back up front. Andrew Mondragon just keeping his bonnet in there, just alongside Kenneth Robinson. Is he going to be able to get a move done here? He's going to hold that inside line and get a good run through this corner, I believe. So he's going to get up. There's a car we haven't noticed much. The AMP Motorsport number 59 of Austin Rhodes.
Looking very good for AMP Motorsports. They've got the 59 and the 95 up there. They're 2
cars.
Oh,
both cars in the top 10,
both in the top 10, both running at a reasonable pace. I say reasonable. I feel like Stromstad is maybe a bit of a cork in the bottle alongside Salminen, but...
Look at that inside row behind Andrew Mondragon. You got Austin Rhodes, Taito Salminen, and Johan Stromstad. And Salminen's had enough of being in line, but he's not got enough straight line speed to get the move done. It's quite unfortunate. But as we start lap 21 now, we're 21% of the way through this race. It's going to be a long one, and I fear we are going to be seeing a lot of green flag stops in this one from now on, solely down to the fact we have lost... Oh,
there's a green flag stop.
Is there? That's some smoke.
Failure, yeah.
Yeah.
Megumi Alowskien down pit road and out of this race for ARSE.
That's a real shame, especially after her run she had in the Daytona duels. She just was involved in that accident earlier, and well, that's that really. That car, obviously with terminal damage from that, tried to continue. The engine obviously could not hold on to itself, and she is out of the race. Anyone else dropped out? No, just Megumi. It's really unfortunate for her. Anyways, back up front, it's Andrew Mondragon versus Kenneth Robinson. Robinson really isn't being dethroned from up the front row in this race. They're trying their hardest. Of course, it was him and Noah Cataneo at one point. But Robinson just always seems to hold on to that front row. He's running very well, and he's going to be picking up a lot of points for leading laps, which is going to be very important if he leads the most laps, because that'll be another 5 bonus points to add on to the 5 bonus points for leading a lap. So, possible good signs here for Kenneth Robinson and Sage Motorsport, as he gets himself another lap led. Austin Rhodes, I thought, was looking to try and get a move on Andrew Mondragon there. But I don't think that AMP Motorsport car is fast enough to actually get a move once it pulls out of the slipstream.
No, I feel like the two A and P cars and Taito Salmon really are just the cork in the bottle, and then the cars on the high side just can't really pass. As we see now, Espinazola, maybe he's looking to pass for the draft from Kenneth Robinson, but yeah, you can see, look how far back Johan Stromstad has dropped. Now getting passed by Keith McHugh. They are quite close. The irregular lines here.
I think McHugh has an actual chance of being able to slot in front of that 95 soon. He's nearly clear there. Stromstad's going to keep his nose in. As once again another lap led for Kenneth Robinson. Is that Keith McHugh clear now? Can he get down to cover? No. He's going to choose to stick in that middle lane.
He'll get the run off the corner from that middle lane, I believe. So should be able to clear the 95 down this straight, should the number 81 Chevrolet.
Well, we'll find out when we get to the corner.
We will indeed.
Has he cleared him? Not yet.
No, still not yet.
And in fact, he's been pushed up a little bit higher than he would have liked there, and pushed up even higher by Camilla Lindberg.
Yeah, here comes Lindberg. And so Keith McHugh shuffled high up the track once again.
I have some fun news to tell you. We are catching a lapped car.
And lapped car, thankfully.
Yes.
Only Tyler Novak, and we've got...
I only think we have about 4 cars in this race who are going to get lapped on pure pace. So, here's the first of those 4 they're coming up on.
Got Austin Rhodes really looking feisty, but not with the machinery underneath him to really get to the inside on that number 4.
I feel like for a lot of them as well in these early phases, after seeing basically half the field disappear within the first 5 laps, I think a lot of them are going to be a bit more cautious.
Yeah, take it a bit easier. Let the race pan out. We are a quarter of the race distance gone now. 25, about to become 26 laps gone.
Here we go. Who's going to have the right positioning here?
It's going to be interesting.
I think it might be Kenneth Robinson, depending on if Tyler Novak Jr. goes low, and he does. And Kenneth Robinson absolutely flies around the high side. And in fact, everyone else behind
it's just been completely blocked. Stuck. Just completely stuck. Espinazola didn't have the overspeed. Now the 77 comes up, and Mondragon should be able to just slot straight on past. But Robinson, look at the gap he's managed to build up already.
Well, that's going to be another couple laps led, I think. Well,
I'd say so. Comfortable bufferers. Look at this. Noah Cataneo, the lovely run. A little bit more blocking maybe from the 77, but Cataneo has managed to slip through from the back of this pack all the way to the top 5. As they slot in single file. Still some behind Tyler Novak. There's nearly contact there.
I think, is that 4 wide? They're very nearly 4 wide. Ava Vark needs to come down to try and stop them going 4 wide, and she thankfully does.
She does, but they're still having to shuffle past Novak. And
in fairness to Novak, I will say he's not really much else he could do in this situation. He's done his best to get out the way.
He's kept it relatively clean. He hasn't caused any sudden braking or any accidents. So Novak Jr. keeps out of the way as lapped cars should. Look at this 59 getting shuffled to the middle of the track. We're now 3 wide behind the leader.
Cataneo trying to squeeze through his Mondragon and gets a horrible run on the high side through the corner. And Austin Rhodes has come up to block him. And in fact has got ahead of Noah Cataneo. So Austin Rhodes comfortably slots into 2nd place.
Yeah, Cataneo now has Sonia Nevermind to worry about. The pack behind has caught up, and Cataneo has been shuffled all the way up the track by those 2 QWR cars. As Austin Rhodes now becomes the main man to fight with Kenneth Robinson down the straight. They're nearly 4 wide, I think, with Nazario Espinazola. But
he tried to make it 4 wide, but did not get a good run off the corner, and now he looks like he's about to be swamped from every angle as we have a move for the lead. Is it going to be a lead change? For the first time in ANMRA, AMP Motorsports will lead a lap here as long as Austin Rhodes can hold on through the tri-oval, and he's actually struggling to hold on. Yes, he come to the line.
Oh, did he get it?
Did he get it? No!
No! It was Kenneth Robinson who led the lap.
commentator's curse there. I've jinxed that. Let's see if Austin Rhodes can get this move done. Is that Michael Teller?
It is indeed.
Have we?
Quietly lurking. We haven't really seen him at the front, but now he looks to make it free wide. He's got a quick car underneath him in that Quinton Wells Racing Toyota, and he now looks to make a move for the lead as he does drop back a little bit.
He's obviously not had a good enough run off the corner. It's going to be Austin Rhodes again, trying to fight to get 5 bonus points for leading a lap. For a team like AMP Motorsports, those 5 points could mean a lot. That could definitely help them right at the end of the season. Is that Raka Betters as well? Some of these big names just seem to be patiently hanging in the wings at the moment. Actually, that reminds me. Let's check to see if anyone has lost the draft. So I think Marcus Monreal, Camilla Lindbergh will definitely get back. I know that 34 is slow, I think, due to damage. So that might be trouble for Keith McHugh unless we get a caution here. Oh, well, may not need a caution. He may have his saving grace
Divine
here.
Intervention from the number 46 of Alex Vescovi.
Vescovi tried to come down to hold the inside line, and they are going to get their lap bled now for Austin Rhodes. Surely, as he comes towards the tri-oval.
Unless he just decides to let Michael Teller go.
Michael Teller's got to his inside.
No way he steals this away. No, he won't.
There we go. That's an extra 5 points for AMP Motorsports for leading a lap. And that's something I don't think they really expected this race. I'm sure they'll be very happy with that. And that's Taito Salmonen now coming through to pass Austin Rhodes. He got his laps led and has immediately
fallen off the pace. As now we have 2 faster cars now running at the front, Ava Vayak and Michael Teller, with Taito Salmonen and Austin Rhodes directly behind them. What is this race? But I'm all for it. We're seeing some unfamiliar names at the front here, in the mix with some of the bigger names here. We see Joe Dolinsky just in front. That will be the next lapped car we will see involved in this race.
Alex Vescovi proceeds to come down and block Noah Cataneo. But is he then going to come up and block Kenneth Robinson? Got a bit of a Toyota moving chicane at the moment.
We do have a bit. Cataneo gets underneath and now should be able to shuffle on past. And Kenneth Robinson, well, was the master of getting ahead of the previous lapped car. However, now has been shuffled all the way to the back of this pack with the next one.
Well, he is going to have a saving grace, as Joe Dolinsky is just down the road from them. As Andrew Mondragon out, trying to make a move on Michael Teller and Taito Salmonen, and I think he's going to get it because he's got a really good run on that inside line.
He does indeed. We're going to see whether Joe Dolinsky can help his teammates out. Meanwhile, as Ava Valyak will come across the line to lead this lap.
And a 1-2 for Venturia Racing.
We do indeed. 2 Venturia cars right at the front. We'll see whether Joe Dolinsky makes it easy for them. Ooh, he comes down. Valyak.
He's left space on both sides, but he has decided to come down and block Mondragon instead.
Valyak should come past now. Yep, easy pickings, and Teller should follow, as should most of that high line, but we'll see with
Mondragon's going to try and get the move and actually block poor Taito Salmonen in the process.
Okay, well there it works. Maybe blocked Mondragon at first, but Andrew Mondragon finds his way past Joe Dolinsky. So the Dodge is still right up at the front. Michael Teller slips in the middle, but overall not too bad as they clear the lap car, as Teller now goes for the lead through the tri-oval. It's going to be close, but Valyak will need another lap in that number 2.
It's going to be very close between Valyak and Kenneth Robinson, I think, for most laps led right now. But we are only 34% of the way through this race. I do think we will see the pit window between now and lap 50. If I had to take an educated guess, but I'm not quite sure how long these cars are going to run. I thought it was 38 laps, but apparently it could be a lot longer than a 38 lap stint.
Well, it could be longer, obviously. We had a few laps under caution, so they would have been saving fuel under the caution, saving their tyres. But we'll have to wait and see. Maybe a few cars bite the bullet, try a different strategy, but I think most of these cars will probably fit around the lap 40 kind of region. But we'll see how it all unfolds with the strategy as we come past Joe Zielinski still with most of his pack. Noah Cataneo leading the low line past the number 12 Dodge.
I think everyone's going to get through here quite comfortably. And then we have
Open track for a decent while
Tyler, an open track until Tyler Novak Jr. again, who at this point
has been lapped by the next pack.
I'm surprised that car is still running. I'm going to be honest with you.
He's trundling along. He's got a little bit of a draft maybe to just pull him along a little bit. He's still slow, but maybe just maybe, that'll pull him along a bit. But anyway, Raka Betez, whilst we cut away, has managed to find himself to the lead, and he leads a lap now in that number 22 built Ford Tough back row racing car. There's now another Ford, Franco Nazario Espinazola, finds himself alongside Betez for the lead of this race.
They've sort of got themselves in a bit of an accordion pattern at the moment, but I don't think they're going to mind that. With only, how many cars was it again? Sorry, with only 16 cars, I think an accordion can work quite well for them, especially in these early days. It means no one's fighting too much, and everyone gets to get bonus points for leading a lap out of this group. Really,
exactly. They just get to, pull their own weight, save fuel, just come along, and well, we've still got a long race ahead, so I'm sure there'll be plenty of opportunities to get through, so they won't be too unhappy with sitting in here. But obviously we do have a few kind of wild cards in this who could throw a spanner into the works. Obviously you never know what Ratko Betez can do, but Camilla Lindberg, also known for being quite aggressive, and obviously Andrew Mondragon with Ava Varliak could push the Dodge duo, to the front of the pack again. So we'll see how this unfolds as we close in on the pit window.
Well, two drivers have very much lost out from the lapped cars, and that's Taito Salmonen and Kenny Dixon. I think Salmonen will definitely be able to close back up, but I think I fear more this may be it for Kenny Dixon's run in the lead pack. He's already starting to drift off after the lapped car, and he was struggling very much to hang on to this lead group. But for now, we get to relax, a nice glass of water, and just enjoy the cars in a bit of a procession at the moment after a very hectic first 38 laps before this.
Exactly, it has been hectic. It's been a bit back and forth. We've had a lot of cars leading. We had that wreck, which, well, cautions didn't lead to cautions, but wrecks led to wrecks in that initial accident. But it's settled down a bit now, and I'm sure the drivers will be happy to see it settle a little bit as we approach the midpoint of this race, coming up in about 10 laps.
Kenny Dixon has, in fact, I believe, fallen off the back. Let's have a look at these guys back here for a moment. Alex Vescovy being lapped by the second group. And I'm sure Joe Dolinsky is going to be soon as well for them. The only positive is I don't think that second group, even though they're already 20 seconds off, they may get caught and put a lap down in this one, which they really don't need, especially if there's a caution. They're suddenly all back in this race, even with their damage. I think what they need is a green-white check at the end of this with them still on the lead lap. Then they might make up some places. But, I mean, we're still a long way out from that. 44 minutes into this, 39 laps. Well, now lap 40. We are 40% of the way to the end of this race. Oh, it's going to be a long one. It's very much a race of attrition here. We've lost cars to a big wreck early on. Then, of course, an engine problem for the number 48, making me Alaskiane out of the race. And now, I think everyone's, I'd say, a bit scarred from the first accident. No one's really willing to make moves. Aside from Sonia Nevermind, who has put herself into the middle lane.
Yeah,
She's eager.
Being hung out to dry a little bit, has Sonia Nevermind, hoping maybe that some cars will follow her and can build up this third lane, and we might see that with Kenneth Robinson. No, not quite. He's looking to force Cataneo up the track and maybe force him into a middle lane, but that's not happened, and well, Sonia Nevermind is still the only car in that middle lane.
She's kind of just been abandoned here. Oh well. We'll see the green flag pit stops pretty soon, I am sure of it. I am interested to see how long these cars could do in a stint, because they were doing about 33 lap stints at the Daytona Duels. So they've definitely exceeded that, and we thought it was around a 38 to 40 lap long stint. And they've all definitely exceeded that here. I know we've had a caution which helps save some fuel, but I have absolutely no idea how long their stints are going to be. And there we go, finally, some action up front. Marcus Monreal's had enough of hanging around, and the Chevy inside lane, 3 rows back, will follow him through as Marcus Monreal takes the lead and immediately comes up to block. We could have some full wide here. Kenneth Robinson sees an opportunity for a move, but he doesn't have the run to get it, and that's a bit of a sigh of relief for all of us here. I don't think we wanted to see another accident just yet.
I think Cataneo very much expected Kenneth Robinson to come up on the inside. He was really squeezing Espinozola and Betez, but now could work in his favour as we come to the trioval. It's going to be Monreal versus Cataneo for the lead of this race. Monreal, I think, just had it across the line. Yes, he did. Very close there as Kenneth Robinson looks to shuffle the 9 up the track, and he has indeed. So Cataneo shuffles into that middle lane, and the Chevys assume formation in the front 3.
For how long, though? That looks like Monreal has already been forced back a lane. So the Chevys still hold the front lane. Austin Rhodes does not have the speed on that inside to actually challenge them, it looks like. What does he? He's trying to get in there. Just misses out.
He can't quite get...
Oh, he can. He's going to be
no, he's going to just get to the corner.
Oh, no, he doesn't quite get close enough. He thinks twice about that one. Austin Rhodes wants to lead another lap. The last time he led a lap, I think he dropped to the back of the pack immediately afterwards. Kenneth Robinson looking to go retake his crown of most laps led this race. Of course, we won't actually know until the race result is officially confirmed long after the race. Then we will know how many drivers led each lap. But until then, let's just enjoy some calm, relaxed but good racing again. We don't need anyone taking each other out. Oh, William Starman's actually starting to make up some ground on the inside. Thought that car was quite heavily damaged because he was struggling to hang on to the pack for quite a while, but he managed to get himself up into the top 10, I believe. Very interesting. Here we go. Across the line. Starman was in the top 10 last lap. Is he in the top 10 this lap? He's got up a position in the top 10. It does seem very... I mentioned it earlier. It does seem very accordion at the moment. I know Kenneth Robinson's able to lead quite a few laps now. But the likes of Sonia Nevermind, Ratko Betes, you see them come up front, and then they get like a lap led and just drop to the back again. Oh, it's Kenneth Robinson's worst nightmare.
A lapped car.
Oh,
Novak Jr. wasn't his worst nightmare. He was his best friend.
Ah, true.
Start, but
the car he doesn't want to see is this one here. But the car here comes Austin Rhodes actually.
He doesn't want to see Austin Rhodes either, does he? But Rhodes probably won't get the run, and this is interesting now as they're too wide for the lead.
Well, Kenneth Robinson's going to lead this lap, I'm pretty sure.
But will he lead the race going into turn 1? Here they come towards the lapped car, and Robinson
he's found a gap on the outside. That was very close. He's got through, and so has Austin Rhodes.
Rhodes shuffles through, and they've managed to shuffle the number 77 up the track. The 2 Dodges, Ava Vayak and Andrew Mondragon, managed to filter through along with most of that low side. But yeah, Kenneth Robinson and Austin Rhodes doing absolutely their best work to shuffle their way past Tyler Novak Jr. and retain that 1-2 position between those 2 cars.
Oh, Tyler Novak Jr. don't come down and block. He has come down and blocked, but then he immediately gets back out the way again. That was very risky. That could have ended in tears. Anyways, Kenneth Robinson is going to lead yet another lap. I think it's pretty clear who's led the most laps this race so far. I have to be honest with you. And I don't think that's going to change for a decent while either. But actually, no, it might. Here comes Andrew Mondragon with a really good run to the inside of Austin Rhodes. He's alongside. I think he could be able to get through here. Is he through? Let's have a look. No, he's not through. Can he hang on to Austin Rhodes? No, he can't. Kenneth Robinson uses Austin Rhodes to keep his rivals behind by giving the slower 59 car the draft down that back straight. And they're back in single file up front. As they're still trying to clear Tyler Novak Jr. When are they going to pit? I think this could be a one-stop race, actually.
Could be interesting. They're going a very long way in this stint as Austin Rhodes now comes to challenge Kenneth Robinson, and Andrew Mondragon will look at that and go, ooh, could maybe follow the 59 here.
He is going to follow the 59, and he's got a very good run, in fact, Andrew Mondragon. Can he find the gap to the inside to make a move? Radko Bettis.
Well, here comes Bettis all the way down the track to maybe come alongside Andrew Mondragon. And I think he will, yes.
He's found the gap,
the number 4.
And he's through. That was a very aggressive three-lane switch.
And Mondragon has shuffled Kenneth Robinson up the track. So Bettis, really making the gap for himself, has now brought himself up into second. Austin Rhodes will lead across the line, or will he? Yes, he
just about, but I think he's about to lose the lead immediately again. I think the only lap he wants to lead from now on is the final lap, because every other time he takes the lead, he gets shuffled down the entire pack.
Indeed, he does. Bettis now to the lead. He's going to be followed by Starman and Titus Salmonen, who has still managed to keep himself within this front pack. We have got a lapped car just in front. It's Alec Vescovy again.
Is William Salmon about to challenge to possibly take the lead in a quite heavily damaged car, I think? Because he definitely struggles to hang on to the pack, and he was also the wrong way round on track at one point.
We will see.
You can clearly see the struggle he has. Look how much he falls off compared to everyone else.
It's kind of a miracle that he's even still in this front pack. But I mean, if Tito Salmonen is still here, then I'm sure...
Oh, they're going to go through. Why does they come up to the left car? Radko Bettis, has he been hung out to dry? I have no idea. Andrew Mondragon's through. Austin Rhodes manages to get through, and it is Radko Bettis who's been hung out to dry. So Andrew Mondragon gets the lead back. Not in the way I thought he imagined.
Well. Comfortable margin as well. And look at this. Once again, I said before, cork in the bottle many laps ago was Austin Rhodes, Tito Salmonen and Johan Stromstad, and they've risen to second, third and fourth. So that's not what you're going to want to see if you're one of these cars challenging behind. Michael Teller is probably just like, can we get this traffic out of the way? I want to fight for this win. I want to fight Mondragon. Get these slow cars out of the way.
He's going to have to overtake them himself. Although I will say, for the moment, AMP Motorsport have both cars in the top 5. Make that one car in the lead. Wow. Austin Rhodes back to... Tito Salmonen has pushed Austin Rhodes up the track. Tito Salmonen has gone alongside Austin Rhodes. Is he going to get a good enough run off the corner? Two cars that were expected to be fired the back. There's Johan Stromstad. It's 3 wide between the two AMP Motorsports car and the Arcadia Coupling Motorsports car for the lead of the Daytona 250. Here comes Johan Stromstad. Who's going to get the lead off the corner? I think Austin Rhodes is just going to lead this lap. Tito Salmonen trying to fight back to the inside. Johan Stromstad has to concede defeat. Austin Rhodes leads another lap. This time, he isn't immediately shuffled back a place across the line. But can he keep that position ahead of Tito Salmonen? Yes, he can. Oh well. Is Salmonen's car damaged, or is that just me? Oh, we're poor how has Salmonen managed to hang on to this pack in a quite badly, not badly, but significantly damaged car that is also just slow alongside that?
Yep, he's starting to get shuffled back a little bit on this high side. Marcus Monreal, Camilla Lindberg, Kenneth Robinson in that Chevy train on the low side. Starting to push through. Monreal now moves up to second, and now we'll look to challenge Austin Rhodes. But for the laps that we had it, AMP Motorsports and Arcadia Kupnik Racing Motorsports
lived
the dream as Marcus Monreal now comes for the lead.
Well, the dream was very much short-lived, and that was a very aggressive move for lap 53. Maybe the aggression started to come back as Radko Betez, I believe, has lost the draft alongside William Starman. They have been ruined by Alec Vescovy. Where is Joe Dolinsky?
In the pack.
Joe Dolinsky has actually managed to hang on to that pack, yes. I feel like there's more cars in that pack compared to the last time we saw it.
Maybe Carpentier. Oh, Dixon's in it as well.
Oh, yes. Kenny Dixon has fallen back to this pack. So does that mean a lot of these cars could hang on to the lead pack if we ended up with a caution?
It'd be interesting to see.
Well, for the moment, we definitely aren't seeing a caution anytime soon, as Kenneth Robinson makes it a 1-2 for Sage Motorsport, and in fact, takes the lead himself. So where is the pack? Here they are. Joe Dolinsky comes out of turn 4, just as they come past the road course chicane. Let me have a look. Oh, this is they're gonna hit them soon-ish, but I feel like they're gonna need to make a stop before they hit them. These guys are going a lot longer than I thought these cars were physically capable of. I have no idea when their pit stop is. They definitely can make the end from whenever they pit. This is gonna be... I don't know. I don't even really know what to say with this anymore. These cars just want to race. They're powered on nothing but the fumes of hopes and dreams, and also friendship at the moment. Andrew Mondragon trying to get a move to the inside. Pretty close. You can just see them all trying to fight each other's draft. As yes, both Radko Betez and William Starman have now lost the draft. So we are down to a 13-car lead pack. So we'll get it a bit more aggressive now, trying to find whatever gaps they can. When are these stops going to be? When are they coming down pit road? If ever. Can't believe it. I thought they would have come in by now. How are these tyres still going as well?
Well, it'll be interesting to see when they do come down pit road and how that will shuffle the pack. But Kenneth Robinson controlling this race as he has done for the most part. And he can pick whatever lane he'll pick for the moment to stick with Marcus Monreal, but maybe he'll come down a bit lower. He's got such a comfortable gap there.
I think Robinson has definitely been the most dominant of the drivers out there today. That number 42 is looking very, very, very quick out there. And I would not be surprised to see him hit victory lane. But realistically, I wouldn't be surprised to see any of this 13-car pack in victory lane. They all just seem to have enough pace to take the lead for a lap. Any one of these could lead that final lap, which of course is the lap they need to lead. So Robinson started 9th on the grid as well, so he clearly had pace in qualifying. It's definitely translated to the race, as this group is still just trying to go, what sort of speed are we doing? Joe Dolinsky's doing about 180 in the draft. What is JCP doing out front?
About 180.
They're about to hit Tyler Novak Jr. again. So as they cross the line, they're through turn 3, say turn 4 now. I think Tyler Novak Jr. is going to let these guys close up a lot quicker than we originally anticipated. And that's definitely what Radko Betez and William Starman are going to need if they want any hope of catching back this group. It's just at least 2 cars to get quite badly held. It's Kenneth Robinson. This is a very good drive. Austin Rhodes is back again. He refuses to be put down, even though he keeps being put down. Johan Stromstead, actually, his teammate, looks like he's falling off the group a bit. Come on, guys. Surely you've got to pit soon. Get down pit road, all of you.
Yeah, look at us.
Here we go.
I've got some pit stops in that other group. Joseph Clark and...
Kenny Dixon was the other one. Are any of these going to go down pit? Here we go. Race leader Kenneth Robinson and Austin Rhodes are down pit road. Let's follow them and see how their stops are. So you don't lose a lap with a stop, but you do lose nearly a lap, I would say. So here comes Kenneth Robinson. He comes in. Looks like he's just ahead of Kenny Dixon. He is Robin Terrell, well, he's put a lap down now. There comes Joseph Clark. So Clark quite comfortably ahead of Dixon. Much better stop from Clark. Here come the left side tyres for Kenneth Robinson. They're on. And he's off. Much better stop than Austin Rhodes. No, very even. Rhodes had a better stop.
Side by side.
Kenneth Robinson just beats him off pit road. So there comes that second group of cars to unlap them. Well, not unlap. Well, just come past them.
Come past, take their lap back on those cars. But
here we go. Everyone else, I believe, has pitted.
Have they?
No. So Taito Salminen,
Keith McHugh, Noah Cataneo, and Marcus Monreal have stayed out, and they're going to catch these cars that have pitted. So they may be banking on a caution. We did see Keith McHugh pit under that caution on lap 10. So
he can probably go a little longer than these guys. Yes.
Try and run further. We see side by side.
So Franco Nazzaro Espinozola is going to win the race.
Off pit road, at least against Mondragon.
This is where it's going to get interesting because a lot of the field is now going to lose the draft to each other. The faster cars will naturally filter themselves more forward, and of course the bigger groups here will naturally begin to filter themselves forwards more.
Indeed,
let's go find.
Oh, and then they come then, so they're not running any longer.
3 Chevys all in together. Lap 61 of 100. This is the race-defining moment. A bad stop here. Very good stop for Joe Dolinsky.
Similar.
That's my bad. Too many red and black cars on the grid.
Indeed, but we'll see.
Good stop from Marcus Monreal, who loses a bit of time trying to get around him.
Taito Salminen, though, rocketing off pit road.
Not good for Noah Cataneo, though. Not good for him. Here comes Franco Nazzaro Espinozola, then. He's going to be ahead. Right, so he's going to be part of this group. I don't think they're going to stick with him. And so will all of these guys as well. So there's Noah Cataneo, Michael Teller, Johan Stromstad are going to come by. Eva Valyak, Rako Betes. So Betes has caught back up to Valyak. He's got a lot of overspeed on Valyak, actually. Starman, Sonia Nevermind. Nevermind's definitely lost out on pit road. So there's Kenneth Robinson. He's still in this group. So these 4 are definitely fighting for the win here. So I think Franco Nazzaro Espinozola is going to lead. So as we come across the line, Espinozola, let's just get confirmation. Yes, Espinozola is our race leader. And he has 4 cars behind him. Camilla Lindberg, Andrew Mondragon, Austin Rhodes, and Kenneth Robinson. And these 4, I would not be surprised to see catch up also. Taito Salminen, I believe, may be out of this now. Same with Noah Cataneo, Ratko Betes, Eva Valk, unless we have a caution. So, can this 4 catch the front 5? That's what's important right now. We'll have to see. Is they going to hit any... They are going to start hitting slow traffic. And that is the sort of thing that's going to bring the field closer together now. The thing that was separating the field earlier is going to be what's going to bring it all closer now.
Could bring a caution as well, depending on the kind of blocking we see. There is quite a pack. It's Javier Talavera on his own in that number 41. And then further ahead of him, I think there's a pack of lapped cars or slower cars, so we'll see how they you see a caution because of that, but either which way, the lap cars should bring this pack slightly closer together, and that's what the likes of Monreal
we've got another pack
are going to need.
There's another little pack starting to form further back, and a 2-car tandem.
Unfortunately, you weren't allowed to do tandem drafting.
Well, he's not pushing, so it's all okay. Here we go. So, Espinozola and Kenneth Robinson are about to hit traffic here. It'll be Javier Talavera, and then they've got a much slower Joe Dolinsky and Tyler Novak Jr. as well.
Yeah, and with Benjamin Martinez, and then I think further ahead of him. That pack I saw probably were just clearing the likes of Dolinsky and Novak Jr. But
Oh, Kenneth Robinson's made a very good pass here to get through. Espinazola has been held. Is this going to help these guys? Or are they going to need to wait for the 3-car group?
I'm not sure. They might have to wait a little bit longer because Kenneth Robinson has cleared this pack.
Here comes Espinazola. They're just in camera shot for like a split second. Espinazola's got to be careful not to lose the draft. He'll keep the draft here as they go side by side ahead. Andrew Mondragon. 3 cars, really, who are 3 of the best cars in the Daytona duel. And now 3 of the cars fighting for the win in the Daytona 250.
And here comes Lindbergh.
One of them with an engine failure and a flat tyre. Now finds himself fighting for the win. Lindbergh, once again, just appears up front at the right times. Does everything right.
Here comes this pack, though.
Here we go. And I think they're going to have another group of cars to clear after this. So I think we might actually see the lapped cars, depending on how damaged some of them are.
Really influence this race. They are a bit
Not even
slower.
just that. I think some of them could become part of this lead group.
Depends. Dolinsky wasn't too much slower.
Maybe. Here we go. They're going to be blocked.
And they are going to be blocked.
There's no way through here. And this is what the rest of the field needed to see. Javier Talavera is going to catch up. But more importantly, so are these 4. Might be a bridge too far for the next 4 cars. But we'll see. These guys are definitely going to catch up. There's no way through this group just yet. Let's have a look as they fly out there. Andrew Mondragon, I believe, has taken the lead. It's Mondragon and Lindbergh nearly 4 wide for him.
They've shuffled past Novak Jr. and now they're starting to move past Dolinsky. They've shuffled them back into a single file line, but yeah, it is breaking this up, and Andrew Mondragon does lead this race.
Mondragon's cleared this group very well, and I don't know if these guys behind are going to catch up in time now. They might have missed their opportunity here.
They might just catch the draft, but no, they're quite far back. No, I don't think they will catch the draft, so
they've missed their opportunity.
There is maybe another. Is there another group?
There is a much bigger group in front of them.
The likes of Alec Vescovy in it, and that is a bigger group. So we'll see. We maybe will see another chance for these cars to catch up, but they still do have to clear that 4-car pack that these leaders have just.
So they're just clearing Javier Talavera again. Just behind, as Andrew Mondragon is leading with 2 cars I don't think he expected to be fighting for the win today.
I don't think he ever expected to be fighting for the win. He started last. Mondragon's fought his way back through the field with assistance from that caution and also some good driving overall from that number 4 car.
Lindbergh and Robinson with a huge run on the inside, and they're immediately going to shuffle themselves back into second and third. That is a really, really fast run, and they're going to be straight on Andrew Mondragon now. But there's the other group, and look how close those guys are behind now. As they look to clear Tyler Novak Jr., Keith McHugh, I'm not sure if he has actually been able to. He may have slowed down in fear that Pizza Princess 77 car was going to come up and block him. He's through. Marcus Monreal also going to get through on the inside. So we go back to Andrew Mondragon and Camilla Lindbergh fighting for the lead. Kenneth Robinson fighting as well. But
look at this gaggle of cars.
That's their worst nightmare to see. I'm surprised we've only had 1 caution this race. It's been very quiet. Kenneth Robinson tries to get to, but Camilla Lindbergh blocks, and in doing so, Camilla Lindbergh's made a move for the lead. Accidentally, almost, I think, there. I'm getting used to some aggressive racing from Camilla Lindbergh, I have to say. And Kenneth Robinson's going to be aggressive back. 3 wide for the lead.
So now they catch Alec Vescovy and this pack. It's going to be interesting to see who can get in front.
We are definitely going to see this group behind completely catch these guys now, I'm pretty sure. As they only have 3 single file lap cars to clear, while the cars ahead of them, they've got a bit more than just that. The issue is, let me just check the speed of these cars. I think some of these cars are going to stay with the lead pack.
Would be interesting.
Some of these cars are not slow. We know Kenny Dixon was able to stick with the lead pack earlier for a bit. These guys may become lapped roadblocks in the fight to win this race. We're going to see lapped traffic potentially decide the Daytona 250. It's Andrew Mondragon now, looking to fight his way through. Is he going to get alongside Mitch Johnson? No, he isn't. That's huge. He's held. He's held as Espinozola held behind. Can that group of cars just in picture now, actually, led by Marcus Monreal, use this, I wouldn't say chaos to their advantage, just this gaggle of lapped cars that are in the way to catch back up. So there's Alex Vescovy. That's the car they need to hit to get to this group. Clark has stuck with this group, in fact, despite being a lap down. So has Talavera. Ooh. You're going to cue the Jaws music. There's Michael Teller. What's the gap now? 2.28 seconds to the leader. And it's only going to continue to come down. They need to get within a second of the leader here, really. Andrew Mondragon, only one more lapped car to clear in this group. He gets alongside, and yep, here he goes. He's making his move on Johnny Carpentier Panizzi. He's through. Will Mondragon have any other lapped cars to hit this race? I don't think he will. That may be the final lapped car of this race to clear. So Joseph Clark and Javier Talavera are quick despite damage and being lapped. Camilla Lindbergh and Kenneth Robinson are stuck. So they are going to be shuffled back to this group behind. We may have a 3-car fight for the win between Andrew Mondragon, Austin Rhodes, and Franco Nazario Espinozola. The only issue is, with a 3-car fight, they suddenly begin to lose the draft.
They could.
And those cars behind are going to be in a much bigger group, which is what you need if you want to win this race right now.
And then when they are catching Marcus Monreal behind Michael Teller, as they start to catch that group of cars, Espinozola now shuffles Austin Rhodes higher up the track and could potentially look to the inside on Andrew Mondragon. Not quite, but should lock down this second place ahead of Austin Rhodes' AMP number 59.
Here we go. Camilla Lindbergh is blocked. So Camilla Lindbergh is very much out of it. And the other group of cars has arrived. So Kenneth Robinson and Camilla Lindbergh, for now, are out of the fight to win the Daytona 250. Or are they actually?
They could use this pack maybe just to catch back up.
I don't think they're out of this. Slow. Kenneth Robinson looking to make a move on Camilla Lindbergh. We know Clark was just about hanging on to the draft earlier. Same with Kenny Dixon. Kenneth Robinson and Camilla Lindbergh, as long as these 2 cars ahead of them don't lose the draft, they are back into this race. And Michael Teller and Marcus Monreal are also nearly involved. Stromstad and McHugh, unfortunately, are not. It's a long way back to these other guys back here. They are out of the fight for the win unless we get a late caution. Here we go. So Clark is definitely hanging on. And Robinson's finding his way through. And so importantly is Teller and Monreal. So what was a 3-car battle for the win is going to return to being a 5-car battle. And is then going to also become a 7-car battle. As Talavera actually gives Teller the draft again. So all single file right now. As Espinozola leads now. Lap 75 of 100. Did not realise he had taken the lead. Kenneth Robinson's here. And he's here with a bang. Immediately past Mondragon. Immediately now nearly past Austin Rhodes. That's a quick car. He's definitely led the most laps here today. Surely. Surely he has.
I'd say so. He has led a commanding amount of laps, has had the pace all throughout the race. He's got a Chevrolet behind him and Camilla Lindbergh, but this race is not done. We've still got a quarter of the race still to go, and anything can happen here at the Daytona 250.
Teller and Monreal have joined the lead fight, and they're immediately past Andrew Mondragon now, it looks like. This is big. We have a 7-car fight now to win the Daytona 250. One of these 7 cars will most likely be your race winner, unless we get a caution. But with the field this spaced out, a caution might be a hard thing to come by. So we will wait and see. I have a sneaking suspicion the cautions aren't over in this race, though. We've only had one caution for the big accident at the start, as Kenneth Robinson is back in this fight, and now he's back in the lead. Nearly. Here comes Espinozola back on the high side, using that run off the corner, as Camilla Lindbergh looks to make it 3 wide for the lead. And look who it is behind him, Michael Teller, who I can't remember the last time he led a lap this race.
I can't remember. I don't know if he even did lead a lap.
Oh, he surely has led a lap.
He's been kind of lurking at the front as Michael Teller. We haven't had to talk about him very much. We talked about him a little bit earlier as he rose to the front, but Michael Teller has been a consistent threat and now starts to really age like a fine wine as he comes into this race right at the end.
Ooh. There's the Red Bull car and also Keith McHugh behind him, as they're not far off, but they're not going to be close enough to get any draft to close on this group, I don't think.
Let's see.
No, they're going to be just too far back for such a small group as they are. Importantly, actually, let's check. These guys are way...
Well, they're having their own squabble at the moment for the final position in the top 10, I believe. Volyak, Cataneo, Betez,
squabbling
and
for 8th
Salmon.
place. Oh, that's yes, the Betez squad. Yes.
Yep.
Big shame for Taito Salmonen, who could have been on for a real huge result. But I think a top 20 is still a...
It's still a big result for Arcadia Kupnik Motorsport, who are very underfunded, obviously only running one chassis which they paint in different colours and slap a different number on each week. But no, it's been a performance to be proud of for Taito Salmonen, even if the points may not show it. But back to the front, 2 wide for the lead as Kenneth Robinson has that inside line against Franco Nazario Espinozola into 3 and 4.
I think Robinson is going to hold on to his lead this lap as we come out of turn 4. They're all back up to speed as they fly past the camera. I don't know who's going to win this race. My money right now, if I had to pick any of this top 7, is on Kenneth Robinson. But we know that this race can change in a moment. One caution, and suddenly someone like Ratko Betez or Eva Volyak could be a real contender to win this thing.
We'll see what happens. It could really throw this race on its head if the caution flag waves. But
we have 20 laps to go now. It's not long until the end of this very long race. Surely that some of the drivers are starting to tire out there also. Could that have an effect?
We'll see.
We will see.
At the moment, they're very regimented in their 2 wide, nobody wanting to make it 3 as yet. I say that. Austin Rhodes, here he comes.
He's fed up of waiting. It's been a brilliant performance for Austin Rhodes today. One that is really going to solidify his name in the ANMRA paddock. He is... He's going to be a hot prospect, I think, after this one, because we know that AMP Motorsport team does not quite have the same amount of money as some of these other teams. I know it's the first race in this series under this name, but Austin Rhodes has definitely caught the eye of many a team here. Could he be one to watch in the future? We'll have to see. But back up front, it remains the same as we fly out of turn 4. Kenneth Robinson leads the way. I think he may be leading every single... Well, not every... What was I saying? Sorry. I think he may be leading the most laps here today. We've kept saying it, but I think it's basically a guarantee right now. He will lead into turn 1. Can he actually clear Espinozola? That could be quite big. I think for Robinson, actually, he would much rather prefer to keep the status quo and keep Espinozola to the outside, and then it makes it impossible for the rest of this group to make any overtakes. The second he clears Espinozola, though, suddenly he'll have competition again, as Espinozola has so much speed down the back straight. Not really speed anywhere else. So we come through turn 4. Can Espinozola actually steal this lap off Kenneth Robinson? He might be able to. So we come to the line, completely neck and neck. Robinson's just going to get that lap. As Marcus Monreal's making a move further behind, he's had enough of waiting. He wants to get right behind his teammate now. And he's alongside Camilla Lindbergh. Can Marcus Monreal move himself into third place here? Oh dear. Uh-oh. The drama is not over just yet. Tyler Novak Jr. as Espinozola has just cleared Kenneth Robinson. Where did that run come from? Franco Nazari Espinozola once again leads the Daytona 250. Kenneth Robinson is in second place. But there's the drama just ahead. Tyler Novak Jr. entering turn 1. We wait a little bit. And now Espinozola's in turn 1. They are going to reach lapped traffic once again. It's not over. Could this be a big chance for Keith McHugh and Johan Stromstad, who are not close to this group, but are not entirely out the picture? If Novak Jr. is able to hold them up enough, could they get back in it? But here comes Kenneth Robinson back to the lead, back to the inside. Can he take it? He's going to be close. He's got ahead. Can he clear him? No, he can't, but Marcus Monreal's going to use this opportunity. Huge draft behind his teammate. Can he get... he's alongside Espinozola. Austin Rhodes tries to get alongside Marcus Monreal. Nearly contact between them all. It's getting aggressive now. Lap 85 off 100. Kenneth Robinson leads, but Marcus Monreal has managed to get to Robinson's inside, and Marcus Monreal is going to move into the lead of this race. Robinson's Robinson's stranglehold on this race is very much over now, as Marcus Monreal now moves to lead. Andrew Mondragon looking to make some ground up as well. It's all happening now, and they can see the problem just ahead. Who is going to pick the right side here? Marcus Monreal's going low. He's going low. He realises it's not right. He goes up high. But so does Tyler Novak Jr. Is Austin Rhodes going to take the lead at the Daytona 250? Down comes Tyler Novak Jr. though to block Austin Rhodes. Marcus Monreal's got a good run on the outside. Has he got alongside? No! They're all stuck. And it's going to be Austin Rhodes who gets it through, I think. Yes! Austin Rhodes is through and past Tyler Novak Jr. So Rhodes retakes the lead. Oh, he actually led across the line. I did not notice that part. Well, Rhodes is now properly in the lead. No car alongside... Oh, well, I said no car alongside him.
Camilla Lindbergh. Always aggressive Camilla Lindbergh, and makes it 2 wide. Mondragon might make it 3 wide for the lead as we close in on the end of this race. Rhodes not with the pace. Nobody on behind him to help him on that high side. And so it's going to be Mondragon versus Lindbergh for this race lead across the line. Mondragon easily...
Marcus Monreal might be out of the fight for the win here. He is still just completely stuck behind Tyler Novak Jr. And so is Franco Nazari Espinozola. 2 of the key contenders up front in that last little run. Both now have a lot of work to do to close back up in this draft. They can't risk losing the draft. Tyler Novak Jr. has thrown many a spanner in the work this race. So these guys behind have managed to stick with them. Oh, they were so close to contact down the back straight. Andrew Mondragon leading. That's 2 lapped cars to the inside of Camilla Lindbergh there.
Oh, don't make it 4 wide.
Kenneth Robinson wants to.
That could be where it starts to unravel. Kenneth Robinson really getting aggressive as we start to enter the final stages of this race.
He has made it 4 wide.
Oh, it's going to be close.
He just gets blocked by the lapped car. And that lapped car blocking Kenneth Robinson has arguably probably saved the race for Camilla Lindbergh and maybe Austin Rhodes behind. We only have 15 cars on the lead lap now. Will they actually catch Sonia Nevermind and William Starman? I don't think they will before the end of the race because they've got enough pace in that car. The lap cars are definitely playing a key role in deciding this one. They need to clear Javier Talavera and Kenny Dixon if they want a chance to win. And Michael Teller is looking to the outside to do that, of all places. It's Camilla Lindbergh and Andrew Mondragon fighting for the win up front at the moment. There's Alec Vescovy. Will they hit Alec Vescovy before the end of the
I think they might. Vescovy has been very slow all race, one of the slowest running cars on track, and so they could catch him, but Michael Teller doesn't want the lap cars to get involved. He just wants to fight for this win, and well, he maybe nearly clears Andrew Mondragon. Could he get up alongside Camilla Lindbergh?
He's going to have a good run as Espinazola and Monreal have caught this group again, so they are back in the hunt for the win. Austin Rhodes is kind of stuck up high, kind of boxed in by the lapped cars actually, as Monreal can't actually get to the inside of Kenny Dixon. But across the line, she led last lap, she's going to lead this lap, Camilla Lindbergh. So we hit now lap 90 of 100. So all starting to get a little bit real now. Interested to see. Oh, Tyler Norbeck Jr. is 4 laps down here. Alec Vescovy is 3. Fair play for them to actually getting these cars to the end of the race. I'm surprised they're still running.
Yeah. Keeping them running. Every point counts in this race, but Camilla Lindbergh now commands this race a little bit. She's chosen her lane, but she's chosen it wrong. She's blocked the wrong person, and Franco Nazario Espinazola gets to the inside. Lindbergh all the way up the track as Teller now gets alongside as well. They're 3 wide for the lead, but not for long as Espinazola.
Nearly contact between Teller and Monreal. Very close racing between the two of them. Espinazola is going to lead across the line. Lap 91. We're very close. They are going to hit Alec Vescovy before the end of this race. Absolutely, they are.
This could be interesting.
Dear.
This could be where this unravels for some. Could make or break this race, but...
There they all are behind. Led by Franco Nazario Espinazola. Michael Teller wants to be the one leading when he hits the lap car. He wants to be able to pick where he goes around Alec Vescovy. But he's not got it. He's going to be aggressive to the inside. He wants that first place. Michael Teller pushing after falling back for a decent portion. Michael Teller, can he get the lead here? But here comes Marcus Monreal looking to get to the inside of them. He can't. Teller comes down to block. Espinazola still holds the lead just about. It's so close at the moment. They're going to hit Alec Vescovy any second now. I tell you what, they might hit Sonia Nevermind and William Starman on around the final lap of the race.
That would be incredible. We'll see.
Here we go. Who's going to pick the right position? I think Teller's got the right position here. He's on the inside. Can he get alongside Vescovy?
The right position here.
He's going to be aggressive. Forces his way through past the Toyota. Teamwork from Toyota, maybe? I doubt it. Vescovy looked like he didn't have a choice there. Really aggressive move from Michael Teller to take the lead at the Daytona 250 and cross the line to start lap 93. It's Marcus Monreal and Austin Rhodes have followed him through. Behind them is the lapped car of Javier Talavera and the lapped car of Kenny Dixon. So big issues for Kenneth Robinson, Andrew Mondragon and Camilla Lindbergh and Franco Espinazola. If they want to win this race now, they have to clear some lapped cars. Back to the front. Michael Teller leading the way. It's Austin Rhodes in second place. He surely could not win this race. When he woke up this morning, this wouldn't have been even on his mind as a possibility. Yet here he is, within 10 laps of the finish, running second. And with a run for the lead, can he get to the inside of Michael Teller? He's closing. Not close enough for a move just yet. Michael Teller leads as we start lap 94. Oh, this is a bit close now. Andrew Mondragon and Kenneth Robinson have cleared Kenny Dixon behind. As Marcus Monreal actually gets alongside Austin Rhodes. So Monreal is getting a run on Michael Teller. Is it going to be enough for the 15 to get past? Not just yet. Could we see? This is very interesting.
I'm not sure. I think they might just about miss them, but...
There is a QWR and a Sage Motorsport in this pair. Look what the top 3 cars are going to be when we get out of turn 4. Oh, this could get exciting. As Kenneth Robinson looks to pass his teammate now. He's managed to get a nose in alongside, but I think Marcus Monreal is actually going to be able to... No, Monreal is not going to clear him before the corner. Espinazola held by his teammate slightly as he's going to look to try and close up, but I think Franco Espinazola's shot at victory here may be disappearing as he also has to clear Javier Talavera. Michael Teller looks quite comfortable right now, actually. He managed to clear Austin Rhodes, and the others have a gap to close before they can even try to overtake him. We've got 5 big names in this race for the win. Michael Teller, an experienced driver, and he's forced up by Kenneth Robinson. The runner-up in the Junior Series last season is now looking to win on his Premier Series debut, the inaugural Premier Series race. Could this be Kenneth Robinson's moment to shine in the sun? But Andrew Mondragon, he's going to have a word to say about it. He could have won the duel before his engine blew up, but he was involved in a huge accident. And then the person behind him is the one that won the duel. Everyone up here is such a great storyline, and all 7 of them are through the lapped cars, and it could just be a straight run to the finish. Let's see that gap. I think they're going to hit Starman of Nevermind. I think they're going to hit them. This is going to be such a dramatic finish to the Daytona 250. Oh, don't leave just yet. Do not leave just yet. This is going to be a special finish here as Michael Teller fighting back on the high side against Kenneth Robinson. He's got a really good run on that high side, actually. He's going to use everything he has to try and get ahead of Kenneth Robinson somewhat into turn 1. Robinson hanging on the inside. He's got a really good run through the corners down low. Can he use it to get clear? No. And I think Michael Teller is going to have an even better run off of turn 2. He does. Look at the speed from the high side. Michael Teller is fighting back brilliantly. Is it going to be enough to clear Robinson? Not quite. He's going to have to wait for that, I think, as we come down. Look how close they are. There's Michael Teller's Cup Noodle 26 Toyota. They just can't quite clear each other. At the moment, it's looking like Kenneth Robinson or Michael Teller will win the Daytona 250 as we start lap 98. Austin Rhodes was just looking to try and find a way through on Camilla Lindbergh and Espinazola behind, and he looks like he's found that gap. He's got to the inside. That's a big move. Marcus Monreal, he's also going to clear Monreal. Could Austin Rhodes win this race? He's got so much speed today in such a struggling car. There's another group of lapped cars up ahead. If they're going to hit them, it is going to be on the final lap of this race. There we go. Robinson managed to clear Teller, but he's forced up high by Andrew Mondragon, who's making a late charge for the win here at Daytona. Here comes Mondragon to the inside. Here comes Austin Rhodes to Mondragon's inside. Austin Rhodes, can he get there? No. Mondragon comes down the blocks. It's Robinson versus Mondragon for the win. Lap 99 of 100. 2 laps to go. It's been over an hour and a half of racing here at Daytona, and Andrew Mondragon's got a brilliant run. Is it enough to take the lead and clear Kenneth Robinson? Has he cleared him? Yes, he has. But behind him, he moves up high, and Austin Rhodes has got a good run on the inside. Can he use it to fight and close in on Andrew Mondragon? I don't think so. Mondragon's covered up the cars that have got a good run on him, and Mondragon has cleared the field.
Espinazola to the inside, it's 4 wide.
For second place.
Robinson drops out now on the high side. Here comes Andrew Mondragon to the line. He should lead. This should see the white flag. They've dropped out 4 wide. Mondragon has a comfortable gap. White flag in the air. The 4 will see it wave.
It's the final lap of the race. We've got no green-white checker here. Andrew Mondragon, after crashing out due to an engine failure from the Daytona duel, currently leads the Daytona 250. He's only got 2 corners and the back straight to go. But Franco Nazario Espinazola is going to want to say he's got a really good run on Mondragon. Here comes Espinazola. Can Espinazola get to the inside of Mondragon? He's going to look. There's no way to the inside. He's going to try and find a way to the inside. He finds room. Mondragon's forced up high. Can Mondragon get a good enough run off the corner? It's going to be side by side to the line. Mondragon versus Franco Nazario Espinazola. Nobody would have predicted this finish. And it's going to be Andrew Mondragon as they come to the line. Andrew Mondragon is a Daytona 250 winner by the skin of his teeth ahead of Espinazola. Venturia, after none of their cars finished the duels, are winners from last place on the grid in the 250. What a drive from Andrew Mondragon. It's last to first to win the biggest race in stock car racing. Absolutely brilliant. What a victory from Mondragon. He's a race winner. He's a Daytona 250 winner. And he's done it from last on the grid.
Incredible. What an absolutely incredible drive from Andrew Mondragon. He had an engine failure in the duel, had that accident, had an engine failure in qualifying. The luck couldn't get any worse. It did get worse. He had a flat tyre at the start of the race, brought back into it by the caution, and comes all the way through to consistently run at the front and win this race. Incredible stuff from the number 4 team and Andrew Mondragon.
Absolutely incredible. Franco Nazario Espinazola 0.038 off a Daytona 250 win. He's going to be heartbroken, but he gave it his all. That was such an aggressive move into turn 3. I thought he nearly had it there. But Mondragon has won. Marcus Monreal will be third. Austin Rhodes, a brilliant drive from the number 59 to get AMP Motorsport a top 5, which no one saw coming. 4th for Rhodes. It's 5th for Kenneth Robinson, who I'm pretty sure will pick up the extra 5 bonus points on most laps led. In 6th is Camilla Lindberg. Michael Teller could only come 7th after leading, I think, on about lap 98. It's a real, just tragic fall off for him at the end. Keith McHugh couldn't catch back up to the group. He comes home in 8th ahead of Johan Stromstad in 9th. And it'll be the other TMS of Noah Cataneo who rounds out the top 10. And of course the other lead lap cars, Ratko Bettas in 11th, Taito Salmon in 12th. That's a big result for that little team. Ava Valyak 13th, Sonia Nevermind 14th, and William Starman 15th. And of course, it's quite a lot of lapped cars there. And a few retire. Oh, Logan Wilkie also had an engine failure that we just never picked up on. These cars have really struggled here today. But there you have it. Andrew Mondragon is your Daytona 250 champion. And after we thought there was a little bit of a Venturia curse starting to form on that team, they've only gone and broken it immediately.
Oh yeah, we discussed the Venturia curse in the Daytona duel, and well, we saw 2 of the Dodge cars go out earlier, Adrian Fraser and Tyler Jordan colliding with one another in that first wreck.
Mm-hmm.
But Joe Zielinski was running at the back, Ava Valyak dropped off the pack, and Andrew Mondragon was there all the way through from last to first to bust the Venturia curse and take victory at the Daytona 250. Incredible stuff, and undoubtedly driver of the race.
Absolutely driver of the race. I think that's one of the best drives we will see all season.
Absolutely.
Last to first, engine failure in the duel, engine failure in qualifying, flat tyre in the race. And yet, here he is. At one point, it looked like he was going to be going a lap down when that flat tyre came. And all it took was one big accident, and suddenly, he was back there. So Andrew Mondragon is your Daytona 250 winner.